I believe everyone should do some sort of competition every now and again, and that's for both male and female. A lot of my videos are just targeted towards males, but this video is for both genders today. So just to let you know, so I can have some credibility, I have competed about 5-6 times in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which is like a martial art, grappling, submission martial art. First and foremost, competing in any sport is good. The type of sports that I think are better to compete in are like sports where someone is physically attacking you. Yeah, I'm a bit autistic, but when you literally feel like you're in danger, I feel like there's more thrill and adrenaline than the other sports, but nothing wrong with them. I just feel like martial arts are the most exhilarating one out of every single other sport. So the main reason why I think you should compete is the delayed gratification. When you sign up to compete, you have to wait for about a couple of weeks until you compete. You can sign up a week before, but that's if you're quite experienced. But if you're not experienced and this is your first time, you're most likely going to sign up a month or two beforehand. And in that time frame, you're going to be shitting yourself day by day. The closer the date is until you compete, the more nervous you're going to feel. And it's a delayed gratification because in that time frame, you're building up this nervous energy. It's building up inside of you. And then once you finally finish it, so in this time frame, you're building this nervous energy. It goes up, 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 up. It spikes right at the top, and then it goes down. And it's a delayed gratification. In that time frame, you're absolutely shitting bricks. But then once you actually complete it and get it done, it's the most rewarding feelings you can ever have. It's almost like other really hard things to do, but it has a great reward at the end. For example, in my case, asking a girl's phone number. Every step that I take, walking towards the girl, I get increasingly nervous. And when I actually get it done, I just even say hi to her. I feel happy about myself. I did something. I'm proud of myself now. It might be that you have a business and you need to cold call 5 owners, and you do those 5 cold calls and you're getting nervous. But once you actually get it done, you feel happy and you feel proud of yourself that you did it. That's the same with competing. It's not a instant gratification where you instantly get a reward without working anything for it. You have to wait and train. When you're getting ready to compete in that time frame that we talked about, you're instantly going to get better at the sport that you're doing. So for example, you're doing boxing, Muay Thai, wrestling, you're going to get better because you're training to perform in front of a lot of people. So you have a sense of urgency, you have a sense of drive to get better quickly, you have a sense of eagerness to get better in those 2 months. So from my experience, I felt like I got so much better in a span of 2 weeks get ready for competition than in a span of 2 months out of competition. Because in those 2 weeks, I really had to put my head down and I could not slack a day. And that would be the same for you. You wouldn't want to slack, you wouldn't want to switch off, you want to always be on it because you know you're going to be competing, you know you're going to be scrapping or grappling another man or woman. This can also help with like other aspects of life. For example, you're drinking the fast food because you know that you're going to be competing and you need cardio. You're going to say no to the fast food. You're going to say no to the alcohol. You're going to say no to the clubbing and the nights out. Keeps you focused and driven to achieving a goal. And I think that's absolutely brilliant. And as I was saying, you're going to be more locked in that time frame. You'd get in so much better shape. I know so many people that start a competition and they want to get to a desired weight. And because they have a time frame to do that, you either lose a lot of fat, depending on what you're looking for, but you will be in a better shape when you started. That's guaranteed. Okay, let's say that you train for the competition. Let's talk about the couple of days just before the competition. Now, I'm quite a competitive person. So for me, a couple of days before the competition, my first competition, I couldn't actually sleep properly. I had broken sleep because I kept thinking about, what I'm going to do. What if he does this, then I'm going to counter with this. And what if he does that? And then I'm going to do this. it just kept on playing in my head, and I kind of had a little bit of broken sleep. This will only be for like your first couple of competitions. After that, you may not or may have a little bit of broken sleep like a day before the comp, but for the first one, you're gonna have, well, in my case, I had a lot of broken sleep a couple of days before. It was just the nervousness was building up, and I was training really hard for my competition. You're now at the competition day. You've trained, you got up today, and you're going to compete today. So when you get to the arena, the atmosphere is incredible. It almost reminds me of like a gladiator arena. Just think about it. In like our ancestral times, we were part of a tribe, okay? And if we wanted something from another tribe, we would go to that tribe and we would like fight to get what we wanted. Maybe we wanted food, maybe we wanted land, maybe we just wanted resources of some sort, and we would fight, and then that tribe becomes our tribe and we get bigger. It kind of reminds me of that, because when you go to an arena in a jiu-jitsu competition or in a martial arts competition, you'll see other tribes, also known as gyms. You'll see other gyms in the same arena as you are. From the other gyms, the members are going to be competing against one another. So for example, if you have 3 gyms and each of this gym has a 64 kg blue belt, we're going to see who's the best out of 3. When you first step in the arena, your eyes like lit up, and then you feel it. You really feel it in your heart, your chest. Even the air you breathe just feels nervous. You see the lights, the people walking around with their gis on. You see the mats, you see the referees, you see potentially your opponent. You don't even know who your opponent is. In BJJ terms, okay, I'm just talking about in BJJ terms. I'm sure it's similar to boxing, but in BJJ terms, from my experience, you could see your opponent. I remember, and I know a lot of other people do this, they try and find out who their opponent is. Does he look like my weight category? Does he look like he's the same age as me? It's just nervousness again. You also end up making like quite a lot of friends because they are all interested in the same thing as you are. So you end up like talking to a lot of people, like just asking them like, oh, how's the day? You know, what gym are you from? You know, just making friends, and you see new people. Just to let you know, when you compete in a martial art, you won't go to a new arena and you most likely wouldn't compete straight away. Sometimes you do. You compete like within the first hour, but more often than not, you're going to be waiting for around 3 hours, 2 hours. So in that time frame, again, the time is clicking. Not long ago, it was 2 weeks before the competition, and then you blinked, and then now it's 1 week, and now you're literally 2 hours away from competing. I remember my first competition in Leeds when I was a white belt. When I first stepped into the arena, oh my god, man, I felt my legs shaking like I was doing a chicken dance. My heart was pounding. My heart was so loud I could hear it. It was like it was beatboxing to me as well. Okay, you're about to compete. There's a sense of urgency now. You're putting your gi on, you're wrapping your hands, you're getting ready, you're doing a warm-up. Your teammates are motivating you, giving you advice, do this, just play your game, you know, do that, just make sure that you stay sharp. This is the thing that people tell you. And now the arena is calling you, hey, there is Ismail to mat number 3. Now you're being called to come to the ring or come to onto the mats. And then you see your opponent for the first time. And it's fucking scary. It is scary. But the thing is though, your opponent has gone through the exact same thing as you have. So they have walked into the arena nervous. This is the opponent, this is you. They walked in the arena nervous, you've walked into the arena nervous. They have waited for 2 hours being nervous, you have also waited 2 hours being nervous. They've done the exact same thing as you have. And now you're meeting for the first time, you're looking at him, you're thinking, oh my god, he's a scary motherfucker. He's looking at you and he's probably thinking, oh my god, this guy looks scary as fuck. So you see your opponent for the first time and you think, oh my god, this guy's gonna maul me. And when you step on the mat and you get a good look at the guy, once you step on the mat, like you take your shoes off, or I don't know, you get a good look at him, you know it's like it's game time now. You've done all that overthinking, you've trained as much as you could, you know, there's nothing you can do now other than to perform. And when the match starts, so when the ref says go, or in BJJ, you know, slap, bump, all the nerves just goes away. It's like your brain just switches on. It's like your brain has like a switch and it just turns off all the anxious thoughts. Like it's go time. You can't be nervous now. Like you just have to perform. I remember when I slapped bump hands with a guy, I just instantly went into like fight mode. Like just, I'm gonna go at you now. Like I'm not going backwards. I'm just gonna go forward and do as best I can. I did quite well. I mean, I beat my first competition. I beat the first guy 18 points to 0 points, and then I beat the second guy by triangle choke submission. During those 2 matches, I did things better than I do in training, because the people that you train with, they know your game, they know what you're going to do, and they've most likely rolled with you before, so they're going to counter what you do as quickly as possible. But the opponents that you compete with, they don't know what you're going to do. They've never rolled with you before, they've never sparred you before. So you just had your first match, and holy shit, you're going to be tired. Your whole lungs, they're feeling so tight. There's no air in there. You feel like you've been smoking for 1,000 years. Like your forearms will be like gone. Like it's as if like you don't have an arm anymore. You've been amputated. That's how, like, because you've been waiting for this moment. You're like gripping the collars as hard as you can. You're not letting go. And when you finish, your whole arm is just like beating. Your chest is pounding. Your chest is on fire. It's like as if you've never been pushed that hard. And when the fight starts, your coaches will be screaming, "Hey there, do this. Hey there, uppercut. Hey there, standing pass." Your coach will be shouting, and it's surprisingly weird that you hear your coach exactly like as if they're talking to you in your ear, because you're so locked in. Everything they say, it comes to you so clearly. Your opponent's coaches will be doing the exact same thing, and it's like 2 gladiators fighting in the Colosseum. There's people around the mat watching. It's like 2 knights fighting in the Roman Empire. So in BJJ terms, you sometimes have more than one opponent. In boxing, Muay Thai, kickboxing, you have just one opponent. But in BJJ, you can have like 3, 4, 5. So if you beat your first opponent, you're gonna have to wait. You wait about 5-10 minutes. So in those 5-10 minutes, you're waiting, and you see your other opponents, which you have not competed against, fight each other. And then you looking at them, and you're thinking, I'm gonna fight the winner of these 2. How fucking nerve-wracking can that be? It's the amount of fear that you feel. Like, oh my god, this guy's good. He just tapped this guy out in 1 minute. I'm gonna have to fight this guy now. Imagine that. So you wait like 10 minutes. In those 10 minutes, you're drinking your water, you're getting your breath back, your coaches are giving you advice to do, and you're also watching your potential next opponent. The winner of this fight is now going to fight you next. In the end, you've competed. You're done for the day. You've done the matches. Whether you've lost, won, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, you did something that majority of people wouldn't do anyway. You've gone out there, you've tested yourself, you put yourself under immense pressure. There's always a reward, even if you lost. If you lose, you get better. You know what to get better on. You know what to improve on. You wouldn't have known that if you hadn't competed. If you hadn't competed, you wouldn't have known what you needed to work on. And if you do lose, that's just going to give you so much more motivation for your next competition. It's going to give that drive, like, fuck, I hate losing. I want to go out there and win again. My first loss, I got tapped out in 1 minute. I hated that feeling. That gave me that drive, and that drive carries on after the competition. You want to get better. You want to compete again straight away. You want to prove to yourself that you can do better. I think losing isn't as bad as your mind tells you. You tell yourself, I don't want to lose in front of my coach. My coach is going to judge me. But in reality, that's not the case. They have competed far more times than you have. Probably more than you can even imagine. So they probably lost loads of times. So they're not really going to take you as like you're just shit. Even though you probably are, but I'm shit as well. If you do lose, just go back and do better next time. Ever tried, ever failed, no matter, try again, fail again, fail better. But let's say you've won. You've won gold. Well done. Well fucking done. Here you go. Here's your gold medal. Wow. Amazing. Well done. If you do win gold, and when you get your hand raised and you know that you don't have any more fights to do, because you probably fought 3-4 times before this anyway, if you know that you don't have any more fights to do and you're done for the day, you can finally go home. All that 2 months of pressure, anxiety, nervousness, that's done now. No more of that. It's one of the best feelings in the world. I would argue that it's sometimes better than the feeling of having sex. I wouldn't know, but it feels like all the weight and pressure are off your shoulders. You can finally just like go home and have a good night's of sleep. You can finally stop thinking about this competition that you're going to do. One of my competitions I did, I had so much pressure. Basically, it was at Blue Belt Nogi in Blackpool Tower. By the way, just amazing venue. It was the last match of the day, so everybody has competed in our gym, and they're all waiting to go home. So this is the last match. They're all gonna watch at the same time. Most of the time, everybody's scattered around because this person's fighting on this side, this person's fighting on this side. So everybody's watching like from different angles. But this time, everybody was watching. Even the people that just come to watch, not to compete, just to watch. Everybody was watching. I had even more pressure because one of my teammates, which is in the same weight class, same age, same belt, had just lost to this Nogi grappler. So because he beat him, now I had to fight him. And just to let you know, the guy that he beat was better than me. He was way better than me in jiu-jitsu. Like, he had more experience than me, was like more well-rounded than me. He just made a mistake and his opponent won on points. I had to go up against this guy that just beat my friend. And I was shitting it, like fucking shitting it. You know, everybody was saying to me, come on Hayder, you got this, come on Hayder, you got this, come on big lad, you've trained hard for this, come on, you got this. My coaches were telling me like, do this Hayder, do this, make sure you do this, make sure you keep your elbows tucked in, you know, just little advice. And I was looking at my friend and he looked like defeated, like he couldn't believe that he lost to this guy, because he was better. But not to take anything away from this Nogi grappler, his name was actually Sonny. No disrespect, like he was a lot more decorated than both of us. He had like 30 wins. He was actually really decorated. And his gym was also like watching as well. 2 gyms are watching at the same time, watching one fight. Stepping on the mats was unbelievably nerve-wracking. I'll play a clip for you now. But when we shook hands, I'm like, bro, I'm gonna fucking maul you because you just be my friend. You just be my training partner I've been training in this competition with. So I'm gonna maul him, I'm gonna get my revenge. Long story short, I beat him like with flying colors. I nearly armbarred him. I nearly triangled him. I took him down. Just think about that takedown. It was one of the most beautiful takedowns I've ever landed. I never hit that takedown ever in training. Like I said, you do things that you don't do in training. I never hit that takedown in training. When I hit that takedown, my whole team were like, yes, yes, all cheering on. And even when I was going for my submissions, my coach was like screaming, yes! It was like a fucking coliseum, like standing up on their feet and like cheering, and it was amazing. Go!
Hey, the position before submission!
It was such an amazing feeling to know that you're winning and your team is cheering you on. When the time was done, the 6 minutes, it finished. Bro, I kid you not, to this day, that's probably the best day of my life. When I won that grappling match, I was beyond happy. I felt so proud of myself that I got my revenge back from my friend, as well as winning gold again. And when they raised my hand, the whole team went, yeah! And I shook Sonny's hand and I hugged him and said, you're a beast, bro. And he said that to me as well, like. And then when I went to my team, like, I dapped everybody off and they all hugging me, embracing me. It's one of the most loving feelings you can have. I wish I had the footage of that, but the camera's cut. I even like lost my phone after, and I could not care less. I was just happy that I won. I lost my £200 phone and I could not care less. Another thing is, when you're competing, in a space of like 10-15 minutes, your opponents are someone that you want to kill. To to someone that you're best friends with. It's crazy. Like you'd be best mates with the people that you just competed with. Like saying, oh, you nearly got me with that triangle. Oh, you nearly knocked me out when he swung with that left hook. You just have this like wholesome feeling that all of you compete together and like you shared the match together. I hope this video gave you some insights on what it's like to compete in martial arts. I hope this video motivates you to like compete and put yourself out there and represent your gym or represent yourself. I hope the video gave some insight on what it's like and from someone who's competed quite a lot. So yeah, any comments I would appreciate, any likes, subscribers I would appreciate. But yeah, thank you.